The honourable member for Radisson.
A boy I know recently went to Canadian Tire with his dad to pick up supplies for some important home repairs. As they wound their way to the store, they passed the bicycle section. Now this boy's been scraping and saving to buy himself a new bike. The bike he has now wasn't working as well as it could, and it just wasn't quite the right size for his growing body. He'd managed to save up nearly 20% of the cost of a new bike and was hoping his parents would be able to cover the difference. So the boy turned to his father and asked, "Dad, can we buy my new bike today?" Now in years past, the dad would have said, "Oh yes, absolutely," even if the family couldn't really afford it. Or worse, he'd promise his son the bike but then break his word. That undisciplined approach to family finances had put the family in tough financial times. They'd missed a few hydro bill payments, and as a result, their credit rating suffered and their mortgage rate went up. Increased borrowing costs were eating away at the family budget. But about a year ago, things changed. The family intervened. They needed the dad to change his ways and to get the family's finances back on track, to exercise restraint, and to only make promises he could keep. The dad looked at his son, and he knew that if he bought that bike today, they wouldn't have enough money for the much-needed home repairs, or worse, for their food and hydro bills. So with a heavy heart, he gave his answer, "I'm sorry, son, but we just can't afford it today." The boy was understandably disappointed, but he didn't have a temper tantrum because he too had helped with the intervention a year ago. He was proud that his dad was doing the right thing now, even though it might cause disappointment in the short term. You know what? The same principles that guided this father in keeping his promises and managing his family finances well guide our government too, because keeping our promises and making difficult but necessary decisions show real respect, not just for your family, but for all the people of Manitoba. Thank you.